Hi, I'm Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a wrap up for the second half of June. I was participating in the Sharks, Slashies, and Monsties Unhinged Bunch Patreon readathon this month, and that was hosted by Slime and Slashers, It Came From the Page, and Spicy Cat Reads Patreons, and I read 10 books in the second half of June, which is incredible. My best reading month of the year. Total for June, 17 books, which is really, really impressive. And I did have the whole month off of work, and reading is my favorite thing to do. So that's how I did it. The first book that I finished in the second half of June was Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This is a cozy fantasy book. The cozy fantasy book that put cozy fantasy in the spotlight. About an orc who is a warrior but doesn't want to do that anymore. She wants to settle down and start a coffee shop, and it is so very cute with wonderful characters. Definitely worth a read if you're looking for something a little bit lower stakes and cute. A good palate cleanser. The second book I finished was The Atlanta Incursion by Matthew W. Quinn. I have a full review of this book, and it is an alien story, alien horror with a lot of action and gun battle scenes against a very formidable alien foe with very advanced technology. Jumping the Shark matched with the Space Shark. I was trying out some monster romance this month. I enjoyed the first one I read. This one I didn't like as much. It was not a lot going on. A human and a shark meet on a dating app, and then there's a whole lot of spiciness. But I wasn't really into what they were throwing down. It wasn't my thing. I didn't really like it. But the characters were likable enough. It was kind of sweet. But as a book, not my thing. Okay. The next book I finished was Worst Laid Plans, which is an anthology of vacation horror stories edited by Samantha Kolsnick. And this was a really great collection. So if you're looking for a summer read, think you might be interested in reading vacation horror stories, this is actually really good. I gave it 4.5 stars because there was one story that I didn't like as much. I mean, it wasn't a bad story, but it just wasn't my kind of thing. But there were a lot of different settings, a lot of different destinations. Some were sandy beach resorts, some were cross-country road trips, so on and so on. Just vacations in general, and it was so good. And that was Worst Laid Plans, Vacation Horror Stories. The next book I finished was the audiobook for The Women Could Fly by Megan Giddings, and this was the book club pick for Death by TBR Book Club, hosted by Kelly Hooked on Books and Fiber Artsy. and this was a witch story. It was horror, a bit fantastical, and kind of a dystopian story where witches are real and people are very like anti-witchcraft, and it's basically a witch hunt. People are scared of witches, and the main character's mother is accused of being a witch, and she is constantly scrutinized to figure out if she's a witch too. I thought it was a really great story, and I gave it 4 stars. The next book I finished was The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. This one I read for the Super Size, Super Small Readathon book challenge that I am helping to co-host, and this challenge was created by the Paper Traveler. I will have all of the co-hosts and Paper Traveler linked down below so you can check them out. I'll also link my announcement video so you can find out more about that reading challenge. But I finished this book. I thought it was summery feeling, and this is a fantasy story. It has some dark elements. It starts with a man who comes back to his hometown and goes to this farm where he remembers having a friend there, and slowly starts to remember all of the magical, fantastic things that happen there. I love this story a lot. It's so good. A fantasy with a little bit of a dark edge, just enough, but still being cute and heartwarming at the same time somehow. Yeah, I really loved it. Next, I listened to Child's Play 2, the novelization. And this I listened to on Slash Tracks, which is a YouTube channel where they make audiobooks for novelizations, for slashers, books that are kind of obscure and don't have an audiobook, and it was really good. The story was really good. I thought it was written in a way that keeps the attention and the adrenaline pumping. And there were different actors for the voices of the different characters, and I thought everyone did a great job on this audiobook. So I recommend checking out Slash Tracks if you want to listen to a slasher book. Then I finished The Burning White by Brent Weeks. This has been an ongoing group read on the Bookish Drummers Discord, and this also counted for my big book summer and for super small summer reading challenges. And the final book, I've heard mixed things in our group, but I personally loved this whole series, and this book was really good. It did not end the way I thought it would, but it ended well, I think. It was, the last 400 pages were like reveal after reveal, and then action after that, just nonstop. A big battle type thing going on, and it was fantastic. Love it. The Burning White. After The Burning White, let's see, I also read What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall for the Thrill, Chill, or Kill book club on the Bookish Drummers Discord, and this is a thriller, and it is a really good one. It follows a group of girls. The main character is like a survivor of a serial killer attack. She was stabbed multiple times and has a lot of scars and disfigurement, but she's alive. Her two friends were hiding and they saw what happened to her, and years later they come back together because they find out that the killer they sent to prison is dead, and then a lot of secrets start coming out and mysteries ensue. It is quite the wild ride, and I loved the setup of this book, and I loved the journey. The last book that I finished for June is Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle. This was an ARC copy from NetGalley that I have a full review up for, and I will link that down below. I really loved Camp Damascus by Chuck Tingle, and I'm really glad that I read this book. It takes place in Hollywood. The main character is a gay horror writer. He writes stories for not only horror, but other things as well. And he's working on a TV show right now, and they want him to kill off his gay characters, and he's not really willing to do that. And then a lot of weird stuff happens. He starts getting harassed and stalked by the villains in his horror movies, and it is a wild ride, super fast paced, and a lot of fun. So I definitely recommend that one. I would say I have 3 standout books for the month. First one was How to Make a Horror Movie and Survive by Craig DeLuey. Oh, I have 4. Also, Incidents Around the House by Josh Mallerman, The Burning White by Burnt Weeks, and Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle. 4 fantastic 5-star books for the month of June, and I couldn't be more thrilled about that. Most of those are brand new releases that you could check out. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them, and I will be back very soon with another book-related video. Thanks. Bye.